If you're an established e-commerce brand and you're peeking over the fence looking at perhaps your next e-commerce platform, this video is your answer. I'm going to share the pros and the cons for the 6 most popular systems, follow each up with where it will shine for you. You'll be able to easily see if at a high level, each platform would align with your needs. Then at the end of this video, I will share a super special something to make your decision easy. And I mean literally easy. Hey there, I'm Joseph, president at SwiftOtter. We build and optimize e-commerce websites, including ones in the composable modern e-commerce space. We put out a ton of material to help support you as a brand go forward. This is one of the books we just published. Hope you find it helpful. SwiftOtter.com, more information. All right, let's start with the most used system and work to the smaller utilization systems. What would be the most used option? Well, that is going to be none other than Shopify Plus, the behemoth in the e-commerce space. According to BuiltWith, it powers over 3 million e-commerce websites in the US alone. Most of all, it's notched about 345 of the top 10,000 websites on the internet, those with 3 to 6 million monthly visits. Started direct to consumer, but has made some traction in the B2B space. Pros and cons? Pros, the most utilized full-featured e-commerce platform out there, especially when you combine its vast app store of almost 8,000 apps. It is excellent at out-of-the-box performance metrics. Number 3, you can do most of the work in-house if desired, but it's not just a tool to sell. It includes a solid AI suite, a reporting engine, kind of the peripheral tools to make your experience really nice, all in one package. It's not without some cons. Shopify is now one of the pricier options. BigCommerce, some of these other options out there, especially the open source ones, if budget is a priority, Shopify may not be that option for you, especially when you start factoring in the costs for apps that are installed on your store as well. But number 2, it's not that great with B2B capabilities, like it doesn't have a customer portal. However, there is an app for that. And number 3, it does have some annoying limitations, like the number of product options, and we have seen people migrate from Shopify even for that very reason. But I win on Shopify if I don't need a lot of customization. I'm good with what's available out of the box. Or I want to move super fast and I'm okay with aligning my needs or my requirements with what is available out of the box or what I can find in the App Store. Or number 3, generally speaking, if I sell direct to consumer, Shopify has almost a corner on that market. While Shopify is an outstanding choice for your website, you're missing out if you haven't looked at the contenders. We have 5 more on our list. Next one up is none other than WooCommerce. WordPress powers approximately 43% of the internet, so bolting on a WooCommerce plugin is not a bad idea. BuiltWith is tracking 1.5 million Woo-powered websites in the US alone, with 84 in the top 10K. So what are the pros and cons? Number 1, Woo is free, open source free, so you still have hosting and ongoing maintenance, but free is pretty nice. Number 2, it does have a massive plugin library. Many of these plugins are free. Number 3, it is open source, so that means anything can be customized, including to some extent the plugins. As with everything, it comes with some cons as well. And number 1, far and away, it is a security and performance liability. You have to be at the top of your game in these departments. Most companies do not want this risk. And number 2, updates are tricky and they can bring down the website if not tested properly. There is a quick update button and that can have the same effect as detonating a bomb on your website. For these reasons, we here at SwiftOtter do not recommend utilizing Woo on your website. However, just wanted to call this out quickly. If you do want to use Woo, here's a couple of cases where it would be beneficial. Number 1, if you need a quick on-ramp to sales, you are just getting started and you need something fast. Number 2, you don't anticipate long-term growth, so it kind of works and that's all you need. Number 3 on our list here is also open source. Let's talk about Magento or Adobe Commerce. Magento is one of the oldest commercial e-commerce platforms still available. It's dating back to its first release in 2007. It was the most used platform for established merchants in the 2010s, and this has changed quite a bit thanks to advancing technology. It still is a formidable contender, but today it has two editions, free and paid. The paid version comes with hosting, a ton of features, and program support. What are the pros and cons? And I'm mostly talking about Adobe Commerce, the paid version here. Pros. Number one, it is the Burger King of e-commerce. You see it, you can change it. It is a very enterprise grade product. Number two, there is extensive marketplace with comprehensive ability to customize. You can install almost any piece of functionality and then change that functionality. And I maintain it has still one of the best native feature sets of any e-commerce platform available. What are the cons? The experience that you will have on Adobe Commerce is highly dependent on your agency. If they are well qualified like we are here at SwiftOtter, you are likely going to be thrilled. If not, yeah, that could be a real problem. List pricing is also expensive. Get in touch with me. If you want a better deal, we will hook you up. We have contacts there at Adobe. You are also responsible for your own security and performance. So there is somewhat of a risk in this department, but it's actively supported by Adobe to continue providing security patches, etc. Now, I win on Adobe Commerce if I need the ability to customize significant aspects of the customer experience or order workflow, or if I just need the features, and there is a ton of these features. Let's move back into the software as a service space with yet another contestant with commerce in the name. We're almost halfway to my special offer at the end, so let's jump into this next one, and it is BigCommerce. You know, BigCommerce has been around for a while, almost as long as Magento. They are not as well known, but I consider them a absolutely fantastic. Number one is there is no transaction fees. Their pricing is per order, which essentially benefits brands with a higher average order value. Number two, they have easy multi-website sales, so multi-channel sales. You can run multiple domains with one backend. And I would say this is another in-house friendly option. You want to DIY it? Be my guest. Super powered B2B system. So there is literally every B2B feature that is you would ever want natively with BigCommerce. They support it. Now, again, with every platform, there is some cons, and let's talk about those. With BigCommerce, there is just not as many native features as other systems, especially if we were to go head-to-head with Shopify and Shopify's advancement with the AI side. There is also a bit more of a learning curve. It just has a more enterprise feel to it, and there is more capability and more power ultimately. There also is a smaller ecosystem, so fewer apps, fewer themes, and fewer agencies to work on it. But I win on BigCommerce, and I think this is really important. If I want a viable Shopify alternative, or I need complete freedom for payment options, or if I need an exceptional native B2B toolkit at a reasonable cost, or I need to sell in a high-risk industry. If any one of these are true, BigCommerce is your friend. Now, let's move on to another one in this space. Previously known as Demandware, Salesforce Commerce Cloud has been the engine powering almost every apparel and furniture brand. This changed recently with Shopify, but they still have a solid hold in the space. That said, from an anecdotal perspective, I haven't heard of any migrations to Salesforce Commerce Cloud in quite some time. Well, let's look at the pros and cons here. The pros, far and away, it has integration with the Salesforce ecosystem, deep integration. Second, they've invested a lot in AI personalization for product recommendations, predictive search, and customer behavior analytics. Number three, you can also manage multiple storefronts, all tying back to the same Salesforce Commerce Cloud backend. Now, what are some of the cons? Number one, it's expensive. Number two, it's difficult to customize. I mean, it's not that hard to customize, but there aren't a plethora of developers that are available out there to customize Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So that ends up being more expensive to customize. And number three, they're still playing some catch up with the other technical leaders out there. But I win with Salesforce Commerce Cloud if I need a deep Salesforce integration. That's where you win. We have one more in this list, and let's jump into that one. It is CommerceTools. This system is unlike anything we've discussed thus far. Yes, it helps you sell product, but it has a completely different technical architecture, one like we talk about here in modern e-commerce. So let's look at the pros and cons of this unique contender. The pros. It is designed for modern e-commerce only. So you have total flexibility while still being software as a service. Number two, you have high performance and scalability. You can throw any amount of traffic at it and it will continue to be fast as ever. There are some cons though. You will need a development team, period. I'm talking about an agency like us at SwiftOtter who is experts at Next.js and this composable architecture. This is an up-and-coming feature set, and so not every agency at this point supports this level of technical capability. We do here at SwiftOtter have made significant investments in that department. But second, there's fewer out-of-the-box features in CommerceTools, so again, your entry costs are going to be a little bit higher when comparing apples to apples. And I would say third, it is still gaining traction in the market, but I have seen significant traction in the market as talked about here in this book. So I win on CommerceTools if I am a large corporation. I would put it at 50 million or more revenue, and I want a lightning fast performance no matter what I throw at it. There are the 6 contenders for the next rendition of your website. Now, I said at the beginning, I would give you my recommendation. And you probably are thinking, I would just say, you need to go with Shopify. It's the first I put in the list. It's going to be the best for your brand. But that's not me. You see, I recognize that merchants are nuanced. There's no two merchants that are the same. And so my recommendation is going to be for you. I believe this is a deeply personal conversation, one that should be made between you and an expert. You know, as you decide to dig in and learn what's next, this is a very important conversation to have. So here's my deal. My team will help you walk through this process and come to the very best solution for you. Head over to swiftotter.com, send us an email, reference this video, and we will get started on formalizing this recommendation for your team. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this beneficial.